Now to a pet peeve of Donald Trump, defense bills, especially for others. He's been going on and on about the defense spending of NATO allies. He's telling them to spend more. Now Trump has shifted attention to non-NATO allies, Japan and South Korea, asking them to pay more. Pay to keep American forces in Japan. Here's the story. Japan and the US have an agreement to keep 54,000 American troops stationed in Japan till the year 2021, March 2021 to be specific. Japan pays roughly $2 billion to the US for these troops. Trump wants $8 billion. That's a 300% increase. What is Japan saying? Tokyo says the request is unrealistic because it already pays a greater share for stationing American troops. Greater share, mind you. That brings us to the story of South Korea. Seoul pays less than $1 billion to keep 28,500 US troops. Trump has demanded more from South Korea as well. It is clear that the US has turned its attention to increased contribution from Asian allies, but this could cause a turbulence in the region. Why do I say so? Because any dilution in US presence would open the door for China, North Korea and Russia. These three countries want to have a larger say in the Korean peninsula, and this decision by the Trump administration might enable their ambitions. There can be no question that countries must spend more to ensure security, and Japan is already paying a lot. According to the US Congressional Research Service, Japan has paid the most for the three largest international military bases since the Second World War. Tokyo also buys more than 90% of its defense equipment from the US from US-based firms like Lockheed Martin and Boeing. Besides, Japan pays the salaries of 24,000 civilian base workers and utilities cost for the military families. Now, Shinzo Abe recently eased tariffs on American agricultural products as well. Net-net, Japan has contributed much more than many other NATO allies. Yet, Donald Trump wants to impose more pressure on Tokyo. There could be two reasons for this. One, Japan is wary of the nuclear threat posed by North Korea, so it will pay. And two, Japan has the money to pay. That's more important, it seems. The US State Department has indicated that negotiations between Japan and the US will begin early next year. Expect Donald Trump to ramp up the pressure on Tokyo. But such disruption of power in the Korean peninsula does not bode well for anyone, the US or Japan or South Korea. The whole episode exposes the foreign policy unpredictability of America under Trump. It also shows that the US is not worried about moving away from traditional strategic alliances across the world. Other allies of the US must watch out.